Hi guys, and if you've joined me all week, then welcome back. For those of you that have watched my introduction, I'm going to do a look today that is very, very special, close to my heart, because it set me on the path of my Charlotte Tilbury obsession. And for those of you that saw the introduction, you will know that I'm going to do the vintage vamp look. So this was the very first look that I purchased, and as I say, the one that made me completely obsessed with Charlotte Tilbury. And I remember at the time thinking, which one should I go for? And I narrowed it down to two, and it was between this and the Dolce Vita. And I just completely was in a dilemma for days about which one to get. And now I've got them both. But yeah, they're both beautiful and they're two of my favourite palettes. So let me just start by showing you the eye palette. So as you can see, lovely purple shades here. Really lovely colours. I'm going to swatch them for you on my arm before I start this. So first of all, we have, as ever, the prime shade, which I will show you. Beautiful, beautiful colour. Really good payoff. A lovely pinky sparkly tone. Then we have the enhanced shade, which I will swatch for you. As you can see, these are really well pigmented, which is a kind of mix between burgundy and purple. Then the next one is the smoke shade. I would say that's probably a little bit closer to a true purple. Very dark purple. And then we have the pop shade. And the pop shade is gorgeous. I realise that I've put a bit too much highlighter there on my upper lip. And it's annoying me, so excuse me. So there is the pop shade. Probably doesn't show up that much, but it's really buildable. You don't want something that's going to really sparkle on first application, because you really need to build this one up. But let me assure you, there's plenty of pigment in this pop shade. So let me just quickly swatch you the other colours. Now, I haven't tried to swatch this one. This one is called Love is a Drug. But I'm pretty certain that, unlike some of the others that I've swatched for you, that this one will show up when I swatch it. So I'm just going to go round the Swish shade and swatch that on my arm. I'll do that up here. It's really strange how they just don't want to swatch on my arm, because when I put them on the cheek, you will see. And then here is the pop shade. Yeah, I'd have been very surprised if that one hadn't shown up. Okay, and then we have the lipstick, which is called Night Crimson. This is a very dark lipstick, and it can be a bit intimidating because it is so dark. But Charlotte on her tutorial has a way of applying it so that it doesn't come across too dark. So definitely have a look at her tutorial. If you're fairer skinned and you feel that that's going to be too dark, you can actually tone it down so that it doesn't look too dark and it looks beautiful. And then finally we have the lip lustre, which is called Unleash Me. And this perfectly complements the lipstick. So let me swatch that one for you. And that is Unleash Me. Okay, and I've just realised I will be right back because I forgot to get the lip cheat. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Finally we have the lip cheat, which again is a beautiful colour. It's called Savage Rose, and here is the swatch, and I remembered to sharpen the pencil today. Hooray! Okay, so now that you've seen all the colours, let's get started, shall we? So first of all, I'm going to go in with the prime shade. Again, all over my lid. I haven't used an eye primer today. You can do, but actually I find with this look it's so pigmented that I don't need to. And when you're slightly the wrong side of 40, the less layers you have on, the better, I think, in terms of weight. So I think with ones that are less pigmented I do, but sometimes I find if you use a thick eye primer it kind of has the opposite effect. Things tend to come off more than when I don't use one, so I kind of judge it from the pigment in the eyeshadow. Okay, so that is the prime shade. So now I'm going to go in with the enhanced shade, which is this one here. And first of all, I'm going to go in with the blending brush. And again, I'm going to take this quite high up, because then what I want to do is further define things with the darker of the two shades. And here. It's very naughty, I didn't tap the brush then. I normally kind of shake it under the table or something, but I just forgot. But hey ho, just needs a bit more blending. And if I get some fallout, I can clean it up. I have to say, I don't notice that much fallout with her eyeshadow quartet. And I haven't got her new one yet. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my smudge brush back into the enhanced shade, and I'm going to further enhance this to build up the intensity, but not going as far in. And then I'm going to put this along the lashes. You might find with this one, I'm doing this quickly, but you might find with this one that you will quite like to use an even smaller kind of eyeliner brush to line the lashes, which I sometimes do. But I want this to kind of look like a daytime look. Now actually with my dark skin, normally I find I need to go in with the smoke shade, even for the daytime look. But with this one, I think that's perfectly acceptable. Obviously I'm going to go in with the enhanced shade under my eyes as well. And under the other. But as I'm obviously demonstrating it for you guys and you want to see all the colours, I am going to go in with the smoke shade to show you the full look. So here we have the smoke shade. I'm going to focus a little bit more on this corner. These blend so beautifully, these colours together. You really don't have to be an expert blender. Although it's always better to blend, but And again, I'm going to go try and do even thinner line. On the lash line. Sometimes also what I do is I put the liner on next and then go in with the smoke shade, so that the smoke shade sets the liner. That's another way of doing it. It's a great thing about makeup. You can experiment with the same colours, the same products, and have completely different looks. And that's what I love. Now what I tend to do, although she doesn't say this in her tutorial, is I then take my finger on the prime shade and I just dab some on top here to highlight my brow. I quite like that. Some people don't like a sparkly brow, but I do. It's up to you. And the other thing you can do with your cleaned off, she swiftly cleans it off on her wrist, smudge brush, is go in with the prime shade and just put a bit in the corner there instead of using a highlighter. Okay, so the next item is, which I didn't swatch, is Barbarella Brown. Let me swatch that for you. You may have seen it in earlier videos. Or did I swatch it? I don't think I did. Mind you, that looks like it was Barbarella Brown. Okay, so I'm going to line my eyes with Barbarella Brown. And I love this because you could use black for this look, but I like the fact that she uses brown, because it kind of, especially on brown eyes, it just really, I think it brings out the look perfectly. I think black would seem a bit too harsh somehow. And underneath. And in the waterline. And the other thing you can do for even greater definition of your eyes, and it is to do the upper waterline, and that's how you do it, folks. I actually don't mind this. It actually feels quite nice. Kind of scratching your inner eyelid, but some people hate it. I just kind of close my eye onto the eyeliner. So there you go. There you have the liner. And you can build this up. I think it's really lovely to build it up. And I'm not going to forget the pop shade, but I'm going to do it after the mascara. So the next thing is Full Fat Lashes mascara. And I might even come back, if I have time, and show you this look with false lashes on. I've got some beautiful Huda lashes, which look beautiful with this look, but I'll see if I run out of time. Okay, so there are the full fat lashes, and let me go in now with the pop shade. And as I say, you can build up the pop shade. I use the pop shade sometimes in the day, because I think it's only on the lid, and I suppose because when I shut my eyes you can't see much of my lid, it kind of helps to enhance them and make them look a little bit bigger if there's a bit of glitter on them. I think maybe if you've got larger lids you can see more of your lid, you might want to shy away from that. But do you see how it builds up? So you can build up the intensity. Another thing you can do is add some eye serum or glitter glue just before this step, and that helps the pop shades adhere a little bit more and really pop. If you want a mega sparkly kind of, as though you've put pure glitter on your lids. But I think that this is just right as it is. So, can you see the way that it sparkles now? It's absolutely gorgeous. And as I apply it, I'm reminded why I eventually settled with the Vintage Vamp. So beautiful, this look. Okay, so let's move now to the Swish and Pop blush. Ah, but Charlotte says leave the blush till the end, so I'll do as I'm told. Let me move on to the lipstick. And she's right, because you get a feel for how much you need then, and it really does make sense. So I'm going to put on the lip cheat. And actually I like this colour on its own as well. And then we will put on Night Crimson. Now what Charlotte does on her tutorial is she pats this on without the lip cheat and then just moves it around like that. And that, as you can see, is a really nice colour if you're afraid of it going too dark. Sorry guys, my lips look quite dry today, and I don't know why, because I put lip salve on this morning and this afternoon. Don't talk when you're putting lipstick on, Ali. Okay, so there you have the lipstick. And to finish it off, we have the lip lustre, which makes it really shine. Again, I like to just pop it in the middle and not go all the way to the edges. But you can do whatever you feel works for you. So that's the lip lustre. Now to the Cheek to Chic blush. Now, if you're darker skin tone, definitely this is one to go for, because it is a lot more pigmented than some of the others. And I'm definitely going to pat the brush for this and go with the Swish shade first. Now, do you see how that shows up immediately? It's very pigmented. So go easy on this, folks. It's a beautiful colour, but if you're not sure, start with less. Tap your brush and go in first and build it up. And then the pop shade is even more insanely pigmented. And that was one pop of my brush. And I do find I have to blend it in, but it's absolutely beautiful. So if you're a darker skin lady, on the olive complexion or darker, like me, I definitely recommend this blush. If you find that some of the others are not showing up on you, it's a really lovely one. I'm just going to make sure that this is completely blended, because it's so super pigmented. You really have to make sure it's blended in quite a bit. And there you have the Vintage Vamp look. I'll see if I can come back in a short while, and I'm in a bit of a rush this evening, but I'm going to quickly pop on some false eyelashes, and I will be back to show you the finished look with some false eyelashes on. And there you have it with the eyelashes. I think this is a lovely look, and it's still one of my favourites, and in fact it is my favourite, along with Dolce Vita. The lashes that I'm wearing today are Huda Beauty Giselle lashes. That's not very clever, is it? Let me just show you. Right, Giselle lashes. Okay, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching again. Bye bye.